everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of Tech This Week. My name is Apolak. Hope all of you are doing well. So today we are diving into a news which made a lot of noise recently. Right, I'm talking about Ola's ambitious announcement that its AI startup, it's called Ola Kutrim. You know, it plans to develop its own AI chips as early as 2026. So, rightly so, this announcement sparked a lot of excitement in the India's tech community. In fact, at first glance, this seems like a massive achievement for India's tech sector, right? A step towards greater self-reliance. But the question that we are trying to answer today, or at least unravel, is the claim realistic? And for that, we need to delve a little deeper and explore the realities. You know, for those of you who may not be aware, building AI chips is no small feat. It's not just about setting up a production line. It involves a fairly complex ecosystem. That includes years of extensive R&D. Cutting-edge manufacturing facilities which take billions of dollars of investment and long-term investment, mind you, right? Then you have specialized materials which are hard to procure. And last but not the least, a very, very highly skilled workforce. Just to put things into perspective, for even big giants who are there in this space, they have also found it tough to establish their own, AI chipset manufacturing facility. And I'm talking about the biggest. In fact, nations struggle to set it up. So these, like I said, without naming any global tech giants in particular, they have years of experience, and having the required capabilities and decades of experience and resources are still not managed to perfect the craft of building true AI chips. But you have Ola here, which is primarily so far, mind you, known for its ride-hailing capabilities, saying that it will achieve its monumental feat by 2026. Like I said, does the timeline seem realistic, right? Does Ola truly have the capability to make it reality in such a short time? If at all, mind you, a very important question, if at all, make it real, right? To further understand the challenges in building, AI chips, let's do some introspection and talk about the reality as far as India's semiconductor industry. Because at the end of the day, when we talk about chipsets, this falls under semiconductor, right? So, over the last many years, in fact now more than a decade, India has been striving to establish a semiconductor, fabrication industry for years. And for many of you who may be aware, despite various government initiatives and substantial funding, we are yet to see a world-class facility produce semiconductors at scale. There are many challenges: securing rare earth materials, setting up billion-dollar plants, from navigating geopolitical dynamics to building a pipeline of skilled talent. And if these challenges were not daunting enough, I can only imagine what it would be for a company like Ola, which, in my experience, probably does not have the prior experience in this field. So the question that probably is coming to everyone's mind is, why make such a bold statement? Is it actually a genuine plan for technological advancement, or do we have a strategic play here? Let's try to understand this angle. Let's consider timing of this announcement. It came just a few days after Ola Electric was listed in the Indian Stock Exchange. Quite understandably, when you have an announcement like this, there was a noticeable spike in Ola stock. Investors were excited, and the media buzzed with speculation optimism. The question that I'm asking you all is, could this be a tactical play to boost valuation? Because after all, Ola, this is not the first time Ola has done something similar. In fact, earlier this year, Ola launched the announce of its Kutrim Cloud, claiming it would compete with the likes of AWS and Azure. So, if you see, the announcement was made just a couple of weeks prior to its highly anticipated Ola Electric's IPO, right? So Again, it garnered a lot of media attention, which was full of economic nationalism. We all hailed it to be, a grand success story of the Make in India program, and it kind of propelled, some to some extent, Ola's very very successful IPO in that area. In fact, we've seen many other, unicorns also going through this phase. For instance, when we think of IPOs, we've seen KTM, Zomato, for example, face a lot of criticism for the gap between their pre-IPO claims and their post-IPO performance, right? So this is where I think small-time investors in particular need to be cautious and shift through to understand what is a substantial claim and which one is not, right? So this is one angle. But then there's another angle, and an angle which I need all of you to put your attention to. But for that, you need to zoom out a little bit. When we speak about the Make in India program, right, it conjures a lot of national pride, right? Because when you think of it, fundamentally, the Make in India initiative aims to foster self-reliance and position India as a global tech leader, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. With the ambitious announcements of building world-class indigenous products and directly taking on global tech giants, somewhere Ola has tapped into this nationalistic sentiment and emerged as a flag bearer of Make in India. But think of it, Ola is one of the most celebrated unicorns that India has had, apart from many others, right? And there are quite a few. But imagine if Ola fails to deliver on these claims. It could not only harm Ola, but also damage the credibility of Make in India initiative, right? Therefore, it's important to let this narrative, not allow it to slip into, hyper nationalism or jingoism, as we call it. Self-reliance should not mean isolation. Instead, it should involve building capability while remaining open to global collaboration. Otherwise, we go back to a pre-liberalization area, right? We need a balanced approach that celebrates domestic achievements while valuing global connections. Net, while it's exciting to see ambitious moves from companies like Ola, it's crucial to approach these announcements with a whole healthy dose of skepticism and understanding what truly is the objective of the organization. That's it for my end. Have a wonderful week ahead. Bye for now.